Questions that need answers. Everyone's like, why Beyonce avoided Brandy? Why Beyonce did not want to take a picture with Brandy? Well, here's the truth.
Kelly, do you remember how we met?
The first time was at Soul Train.
Soul Train. Tell me how I was. Like, I want to know, please. I just need to know.
Gosh, you were so obnoxious.
You did? Ooh. Tell me, like, what was I saying to you, Kelly?
I don't know. You were just asking me and the girls a whole bunch of questions. Why y'all do this? Why y'all do that? Ooh, y'all something. It was a whole bunch of questions.
Oh my God.
And remember, we just gotten back from Jamaica. I was like the color of, but just really, really chocolate. And I remember you were like, ooh, girl, you are dark.
No.
Now ask yourself, if that was my sister, if that was my friend, would I want to be associated with that?
The moment I saw that clip circulating online, I knew this story wasn't something I could just scroll past. It wasn't the usual celebrity rumor. It wasn't fan-made drama. This felt different. In the video, as soon as Brandy is walking out after the show, the crowd clearing, security guiding people backstage, Beyonce lifts her head, sees Brandy approaching, and instantly turns away in the opposite direction. No hesitation, no eye contact, no polite nod, nothing. And someone released that clip on purpose. That alone is a headline. I'm not here to jump into conspiracy theories, but when something this subtle creates this much noise, you and I both know there's a story behind it. And that's exactly what we're breaking down today on Taspectrum West TV. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button real quick so you don't miss updates like this. Now here's what makes this moment so shocking. Beyonce and Brandy are two of the most respected, most admired women in R&B history, yet they have never taken a picture together, never been spotted sharing a moment, never been seen even exchanging a casual, friendly interaction. And suddenly this new video drops, showing Beyonce avoiding Brandy as if something deeper is going on. Then out of nowhere, Ray J's old video starts circulating again. Him calling out Beyonce and Jay-Z for attending Brandy and Monica's shows without ever showing love to Brandy herself. And now people are putting the pieces together. Was he telling the truth the whole time? Did this new clip finally validate something fans have been whispering for years? That's what we're diving into, carefully, respectfully, and with real context. Because this isn't just about a viral moment. It's about history, relationships, industry, politics, and the unspoken rules behind the scenes that the world rarely gets to see.
We got our family in there, our cousins, and we know y'all there, and we love y'all, and we look up to y'all. For y'all to come to every one of Brandy and Monica's shows and never say what's up to B, and take all the pictures and all. I mean, it just, I don't like it. And I love you, Jay, and I love you, B. Please, like, you guys are the biggest 2 stars in the world.
But before we go too far, let me replay exactly what happened in that clip. I remember the exact moment this story first hit my timeline. It was late in the evening, one of those hours when you're scrolling through your feed without expecting anything serious. Then suddenly, boom, this short backstage clip appears. No caption, no context, just enough mystery to pull me in immediately. What I saw made me stop instantly. Because in that moment, Beyonce saw Brandy walking out after the show, and without missing a beat, she turned and walked the other way. Quick, smooth, subtle, but so intentional that anyone with eyes could catch it. And someone clearly wanted the world to catch it too. The clip wasn't shaky, secret phone footage someone happened to record. It was positioned perfectly, steady, close enough to capture reactions, far enough to show movement. That alone told me one thing. This wasn't an accident. Somebody released it deliberately. Someone wanted this moment to be seen, replayed, analyzed, and talked about. And right there, the story began. Because when you have 2 megastars like Beyonce and Brandy, women who represent 2 different pillars of R&B culture, and then you see one avoiding the other, you know there's something deeper brewing. Whether it's history, misunderstanding, or something we haven't even uncovered yet, Moments like this don't just happen without a reason. As I watched the clip again, I paid attention to everything. Beyonce's timing, her direction, her body language, even the way her security subtly shifted with her. It was like muscle memory, smooth, coordinated, as if they've been trained to guide her away from certain people or situations. And maybe that sounds dramatic, but when you're a superstar at her level, nothing around you is random. Every move, every step, every interaction or non-interaction is calculated whether we like it or not. People might call it protection, some might call it avoidance, but fans online immediately called it shade.
Is Beyonce and Brandy beefing? Social media now is claiming Beyonce and Brandy have some type of tension, some type of view going on, because there's a viral video going around now of Beyonce allegedly avoiding Brandy when she's seen her coming backstage. Now you can clearly see this moment right here. Beyonce, yep, making her way through, and then she looked straight and then she turned right, ducking off. And then as you can see right there is Brandy coming through. And so now because of this video, yes, people are saying that there's something going on. Now this all happened at the Boy Is Mine's tour, where B came to support her girl Kelly Rowland.
Brandy, on the other hand, looked normal, calm, walking out after the show the way any performer does. She didn't look like she was trying to approach Beyonce. It wasn't like she was running toward her. She wasn't even aware of the moment unfolding. It was Beyonce's reaction that made this clip what it is. And that reaction told a bigger story than any statement could. The reactions online were immediate. Fans split instantly into camps. Some said Beyonce was simply tired after the show, protecting her peace, or heading to a different exit. Others argued that she clearly didn't want to interact with Brandy at all. Then a third group connected it to old rumors, the long whispered tension between the two R&B icons, and the long-running question, why have Beyonce and Brandy never publicly interacted? Not one picture, not one performance, not even a clip of them embracing backstage. In an industry where everybody has hugged everybody at least once, the silence between these two is loud. And then came the part that shifted the conversation even further. Ray J's old video started circulating again. Suddenly everything he said in that video felt different. It wasn't just Ray J talking in the heat of the moment. His words now felt like puzzle pieces clicking into place, because in that video he said something very specific. Beyonce and Jay-Z would attend Brandy and Monica's shows, but never say hello to Brandy. Not once. He said it hurt. He said his family didn't understand it. He said they looked up to Beyonce and Jay-Z. And now, years later, this new clip emerges showing Beyonce avoiding Brandy. Fans didn't miss the connection, but back to the clip itself, because that's where Section 1 truly sits, the moment. When you watch it, you can feel the tension even though nobody says a word. The silence is what makes it powerful. Beyonce glances, sees, turns, walks. No hesitation, no forced smile, nothing. It's almost too smooth, too practiced. That's what makes you wonder, has this happened before? Has this avoidance been going on for years behind the scenes, outside the cameras, away from the fans?
Beyonce said it best. She ain't no diva. Brandy and Beyonce avoiding each other backstage at the Boy Is Mine tour. It comes down to envy. That's my personal opinion, and I could very well be wrong. But on one end, Beyonce just don't mess with Brandy, because Brandy moves a really funny way. Let's be honest. The way she told Kelly way back when they were having that little conversation and saying that Kelly was dark-skinned as if she's not dark-skinned. Also, Brandy has a history. Like, remember that time she got into that car accident and family? Y'all remember that? And then her brother is Ray J. Her brother is Ray J, let's be honest. But I really think that Brandy feels deep down, as the diva that she is, that she should have had the level of success that Beyonce now has. The relevance that Beyonce now carries. Because Beyonce in her own right can be comparable to Michael. Like, she is a well-known star. She's a superstar. You go to other countries and mention Brandy, people are going to look at you like you crazy. You know what I'm saying? I just think it comes down to the diva complex. Like, they're both divas in their own right. But this has gone back decades. Like, Aretha Franklin ain't too much mess with Shaka Khan. You know what I'm saying? Type stuff. And even Mariah Carey, who does she give flowers to? Not really anybody, because she's a diva. You know what I'm saying? But I really feel like it just comes down to the fact that Beyonce came to pay her respects, you know what I'm saying, being Beyonce, because she loves to give her flowers. And Monica and Beyonce are pretty cool. But I just think that Brandy is so prideful. Like, she is really prideful in who she is. She's been in the game a long time. I'm not saying she's been in it longer than Beyonce, but she kind of had. And I think deep down inside, there's a bit of jealousy there. There's a bit of envy going on there. And plus, Beyonce is a perfectionist. Like, she's a Virgo. You know, I'm not saying anything bad about Brandy. She's an Aquarius. I am too. But it's just the fact that Beyonce carries herself. She associates with certain people. And I just don't think Brandy wanted them people to be.
This moment matters because in the entertainment industry, actions reveal more than interviews. Two superstars may never speak publicly about each other, but one clip can tell an entire story without a single word. And that's exactly what happened here. It wasn't loud, it wasn't dramatic, it was small, quiet, but intentional. The kind of moment insiders catch instantly because they know the politics, the history, the energy behind these sudden shifts. And still, with all of this, I want to be clear. I'm not here to make accusations. I'm not here to confirm rumors. On Taspectrum West TV, we break down moments respectfully, with common sense and cultural awareness. The moment that clip hit the internet, everything shifted. You know how sometimes a video drops and it takes hours before people catch on? This wasn't one of those moments. This one spread instantly. It didn't even crawl, it sprinted across the internet like somebody pressed the send to everyone button. And that speed alone told me something very important. Whoever released this clip knew exactly what they were doing. They knew how the internet reacts, they knew the fandoms involved, and they understood perfectly that anything concerning Beyonce, Brandy, or even the mention of their names in the same sentence creates panic-level engagement. When I watched the clip again, this time in the middle of a growing storm of reactions, it suddenly felt different. Not because the moment had changed, but because context changes everything. The internet was placing this clip under a microscope, frame by frame, lighting it up from angles that even the original uploader probably didn't expect. Fans slowed it down, blew it up, zoomed in on Beyonce's face, compared her steps, watched the security's body language, and the more people watched it, the more layers appeared. The conversation wasn't just about the moment anymore, it became about the motive. The third wave of reactions came from older fans, the ones who lived through the Brandy versus Monica era, the ones who witnessed Beyonce's early Destiny's Child years, the ones who know that in the 90s and early 2000s, female R&B artists were constantly being pitted against each other. Not always by themselves, often by the industry, the media, and fans who loved comparing vocal ability, performance style, influence, and success. These fans saw the clip and immediately tied it to the long-running rumors that Beyonce and Brandy have tension. Whether those rumors were true or not didn't even matter. The visual was enough to reopen the entire conversation, and then suddenly, Ray J's old video resurfaced. That changed everything. People started stitching the clip with his statements. They added captions like, "Ray J tried to warn us, and this is exactly what he meant." They pulled the part where he talked about Beyonce and Jay-Z attending Brandy and Monica's shows but never greeting Brandy. They emphasized the disappointment in his voice, the hurt, the confusion. They replayed the part where he said, "I love y'all, but I don't like this." They connected his emotions to the present moment, making the clip look like living proof of everything he said. Now, whether or not Ray J was speaking literally, emotionally, or out of frustration when he filmed that video is a different conversation. But the timing of the resurfaced clip and Beyonce's new viral moment created a perfect storm. Suddenly, people weren't just reacting, they were investigating. Because that's what happens when a moment hits the internet with too much clarity. People start tracing timelines, they start comparing performances, they start rewinding interviews, they start remembering old industry whispers. And in this case, they remembered something major. Beyonce has taken pictures with almost every artist in the industry. Legends, newcomers, icons, rising stars, collaborators, and even her rivals. But not Brandy. That silence became louder once the clip dropped. Online discussion shifted from shock to theory. Some fans believed there had been a private disagreement years ago. Others said it might be a simple personality clash. Nothing dramatic, just two energies that don't blend. Some speculated the issue wasn't between Beyonce and Brandy, but between someone in their camps. And others insisted maybe there was no issue at all, and the internet was overreacting. But the one thing nobody could deny was this: the clip didn't look natural. Beyonce didn't look surprised. She looked decisive. And Brandy didn't look involved. She looked unaware. Which means the moment wasn't about Brandy's behavior. It was about Beyonce's choice. And choices, especially from someone at Beyonce's level, don't just become viral by accident. Something else happened as the clip gained traction. Mainstream outlets started reporting on it. Not in a messy way, not in a disrespectful way, but with the same tone you use when something becomes too big to ignore. They called it interesting, peculiar, newsworthy, or unexpected, and they all used the same phrase: fans have questions. When the media says fans have questions, that's code for there is fire here, and we can't pretend it's smoke. But let me say this clearly. I do not believe in creating false narratives. I do not believe in disrespect, and I do not believe in fueling negativity toward any artist. We analyze moments that are already public. We break down what people are already talking about, and we do it responsibly, respectfully, and with full awareness that celebrities are human beings with boundaries, histories, emotions, and private stories that the world may never know. This section isn't about taking sides. It's about understanding why the clip mattered, understanding why it blew up, understanding why the internet reacted the way it did. Because this wasn't a random video, it was a cultural moment, one that pushed an old conversation back into the spotlight, one that made fans revisit a question that has never been answered. Why have Beyonce and Brandy never shared a moment publicly? When that backstage clip of Beyonce and Brandy resurfaced online, it didn't just go viral on its own. It reopened a door that the internet had quietly closed years ago, a door that leads straight to Ray J's emotional and unexpectedly revealing video. And honestly, if you've never watched that clip before, this is where the story starts to get real. Because Ray J wasn't joking, he wasn't trolling, and he definitely wasn't clout chasing. His tone was calm, steady, but full of something deeper: disappointment. In the video, Ray J talks about how Beyonce and Jay-Z would come to Brandy and Monica's shows, support from the background, enjoy the performances, but never greet Brandy afterward. Not once. No handshake, no hug, no "hey, great show," nothing. He said Brandy felt it. He felt it. Their whole camp felt it. And for someone like Ray J, who grew up in the industry and understands how superstar relationships shape careers, that silence meant something. He wasn't attacking Beyonce or Jay-Z. He wasn't accusing them of anything dramatic. He was simply expressing the confusion of watching two people your family admires, people you'd happily show respect to, refuse to acknowledge you publicly. What made Ray J's video powerful wasn't drama, it was honesty. He talked like someone finally saying what had been sitting in his chest for years. And the timing of the new clip made his words echo louder than ever. Because once people saw Beyonce avoiding Brandy backstage, Ray J's statements stopped feeling like random complaints and started sounding like context. But here's the thing, Ray J never gave details. He never said why. He never mentioned any past incident or disagreement. That's what fuels the mystery. If it were something simple, a misunderstanding, a scheduling issue, anything, someone would have clarified it by now. Instead, we have selective silence, unanswered questions, and moments like this new clip that keep adding pieces to a puzzle no one has fully explained. And that's why this story matters. Not because of drama, but because there's clearly history, even if nobody wants to talk about it directly. At the end of the day, moments like this remind us how layered the entertainment world truly is. A 6-second clip can open a 15-year conversation, shift narratives, and push old interviews back into the spotlight. Whether this was shade, coincidence, or something rooted in long-standing industry tension, one thing is clear: the story isn't finished. The internet will keep digging, fans will keep debating, and more pieces will eventually surface, one way or another. But no matter where you stand, let's keep it respectful. Both Beyonce and Brandy are legends in their lanes, women who shaped entire eras of R&B. Our job here at Taspectrum West TV is to break down the culture with clarity, fairness, and honesty without attacking anyone. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more breakdowns like this, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a new upload. We're just getting started. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the moment was intentional or harmless? Let's talk respectfully.